You know that the Balfour Declaration said that Palestine that is Jordan, what's today known as Jordan, and what was known as Eretz Israel, all this area, from the Iraqi border to the Mediterranean Sea, will be the homeland of the Jewish people. That was in the Balfour Declaration. And when Britain was in control of Palestine, the British mandate, in the British mandate, all this area was meant to be a homeland to the Jewish people. Of course, without prejudicing the people who lived there. This was enacted into the San Remo Agreement, and then later on into the League of Nations, and later on into the United Nations Charter. So it's an official that Israel, that Palestine is the homeland of the Jewish people, not of the Arabs. The Arabs can live there, but they don't have a national right on Palestine. What Britain did in 1946, it took out the Jordan, the whole area, which was called later on Transjordan, and gave it to a prince from Saudi Arabia, Hashemite prince, Abdullah. And it formed a state that was called Transjordan. So Israel was left, or rather Palestine was left with 1/3 of the area that was promised to the Jewish people. Then there was the partition plan, and the Arabs did not accept the partition plan, and therefore 7 armies invaded Israel. And then there was formed, the West Bank was formed by Jordan. It was annexed to Jordan, but nobody accepted it, except for Britain and Pakistan. Pakistan was a Muslim country, and Britain was a protector of Jordan, but even Arab countries did not accept it. And therefore, when Israel fought the war of 1967, which was a defense war, it had more right. I'm not talking about the Bible, I'm talking about international law. It had more right than any other state on Judea and Samaria and Gaza. And then there was after the 1967 war, there was the Security Council Resolution 242 that said in clear words that Israel will not withdraw from all the territories, nor from the territories, but from territories that were gained by this 1967 war. And Israel at that time, or later on, has returned more than 80%, if not more, of the territories to Egypt. And also there was, the whole agreement was against, the agreements were with states, not with Palestinian entity, which did not arise at the time, but it was with states. Therefore, the 242 agreement, the 242 resolution did not give the Palestinians the 1967 armistice borderline. But now they want to go back to the 1967 borderlines, which a foreign minister of ours said once it was the Auschwitz border. And they want Jerusalem as their capital. And not just Jerusalem, but the old part of Jerusalem, which has one of the most holy places. Can you imagine the Jewish people without Jerusalem? Can you imagine the Jewish people without the temple? Temple Mount. All our history is built on Temple Mount.